I want to talk about the album and then talk about neo soul because I will say the first time I clicked play on this, I didn't understand it. And then as I started to realize it had like the jazz sort of sequencing, I kind of got over it. I just listened to each song like a single. But what did
Mhm.
you think of the album? And then I'll give you my thoughts on certain tracks off of it.
Um, I thought this album personally was like interesting. When I first heard it, I kind of was like turned off by the rock aspects of it. And then when I fully got through it, I kind of more so understood the whole like to me why I even categorize it as neo souls because the essence of neo soul is just being kind of genreless, kind of like jazz is, I guess you would say, but it's genreless. It's really free flowing. You're gonna hear people rapping, singing, doing some type of there's I guess you could call it bebop is kind of in there. Like there's real jazz elements and a bunch of just different elements of genres. But I thought the album was still pretty decent. Like I heard some good songs off there. I'd probably say my favorite one was the one at the end with Sampha. I felt like she was being really like raw on this project. She was talking about a lot of topics that were like I guess things that might make somebody emotional, stuff like that. And I mean, there was some good songs off here. I would say I probably liked about five of them, but it was interesting to say the least. Like I would say, from hearing this, I would love to hear her work with Tierra Whack. I think her and
That
Tierra
would be
Whack would sound.
tough.
I know, yeah. That's probably the first person I thought of was her, Tierra Whack, and then I thought of maybe Dochi even would sound good with her too. But I don't know. It was just really interesting. Like it was something that like I might have to go back to and listen to again to see if I missed some of the songs that I might have liked, but it was pretty good.
I will say, you remember when we came in here and talked about how Little Sims was suing the producer Inflow for like $2 million? This
Yeah.
first track on the project is about him.
Really?
Yeah, with the drums and the rock, that's about him. And it made me sad because we're not gonna I don't know if we get another Cleo Soul Little Sim song. And their
That was
collabs are
another
fire. So
yeah, that was
Inflow
another
is married to Cleo Soul. So everybody was wondering online, like, what does this mean for them musically? And the way she talking, like she ain't talking. I can't say she talking greasy on Thief. Like it's not like some diss stuff, but it's clearly about him, and she's clearly has a disdain for him. And it sucks to me because I think like overall the project is just okay, and I think the
yeah.
appeal of her last two projects had to do with how the lyrics synced up with the production, and he did the production on the last two albums, which I think is kind of like I don't want to say a letdown, but you can see how song wise it felt kind of all over the place. It was like there was no real like clear sound through them. There was a couple songs I liked off of here. Only with Lydia Kitto sounded like untitled. I had to go back. It sounded like Untitled Volume.
What the fuck? Oh, I have to
Is
go
it
to
Volume 6 or F6? How did Kendrick do 'em? Oh, Untitled 6 off of the Untitled Unmastered project. They sound the same to me. And then I also like Free is Free is a crazy beat, and I ain't gonna lie, she did her thing on Free. Um, but yeah, overall, I just felt like she's a
okay.
crazy lyricist, but I didn't particularly like it more than the last one. The last project was way better than this, in my opinion. Give me some more context to Neo Soul. I know you had like a little description here, if you could bring it up. But when I hear Neo Soul, I feel like the names I hear are like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Music Soul Child. Who else? Even like Janae, a little bit. I feel like
Yeah.
gets that tag. But give me some more context because I don't. I think to me this sounds like she just didn't have inflow in the studio. This isn't horrible production, but it doesn't sound put together.
Yeah, and I mean that's if you really go back and listen to a lot of the neo soul artists, they tend to be pretty all over the place. Like some of the ones that you didn't name, like Jill Scott, Maxwell, Lauren Hill, even Alicia Keys. But it's really like just an amalgamation of genres. Like it's usually a bunch of soul, R&B, jazz, and there's funk elements. I definitely heard that on this album, like the funk elements. I guess you could point to that more than the rock side if you want to say that. It really is. I feel like it's more so based on those people like Foggy Raw who are focused on the art aspect and giving you kind of like an art piece over giving you like something that's a cohesive album, I guess. Like this is
Yeah.
just raw emotions and just what I wanted to listen to going into the studio, or what I wanted to make going into the studio, sorry. But I do kind of feel like that's why Jazzy, she was on the Joe Budden podcast, but she was talking about how like UK artists are watching us and like UK artists are doing this. But I do kind of feel like that's where part of this comes from, is like that just ability to just go in the studio and kind of make whatever you want, make whatever you're really liking at the time. I feel like that really embodies the essence of like neo soul. It's just like I'm just out here making art. I'm not really concerned about how it sounds together or if it's cohesive. It's just art at the end of the day.
Yeah, and your fans will find something off of it. Like I said, there's one song I will definitely replay. I'm gonna look out there to see if anybody else notices that Thief is about inflow. Clip that up. Clip that up. But yeah, shout out Little Simz. I'm still a fan. If she ever makes it to the US, I'd go see her on tour.